Namaskar and welcome to Sansad Television. I am Vishal Dahiya and you're watching our show Perspective, where we bring you detailed analysis of key national and international issues. Today we'll talk about the undergraduate courses under the new education policy. Now, the University Grants Commission, or the UGC, has released the curriculum and credit framework for undergraduate programs. The new curriculum will provide students with multiple options for entry and exit, a choice between single major and double major, and interdisciplinary choices of subjects. In accordance with the NEP 2020, this new framework for undergraduate programs has a flexible choice-based credit system and multidisciplinary approach aimed at facilitating students to pursue their career path by choosing the subject or the field of their interest. Honours degree at UG level will now be a 4-year course with an option of also undertaking research in the 4th year. In the case of students pursuing a multidisciplinary program, the credits to core courses will be distributed among broad disciplines such as life sciences, physical sciences, mathematical and computer sciences, data analysis, social sciences, and humanities. So how will this new framework be implemented, and what will be its impact on students as well as the learning outcomes at the undergraduate level? For more on this, we're joined by a distinguished panel of experts. Let me first introduce them to you, beginning with the UGC chairperson, Professor M. Jagdish Kumar, who is joining us. We also have with us Professor Nilima Gupta, Vice Chancellor of Dr. Harisingh Gour Vishwavidyalaya, Sagar, Madhya Pradesh, and Professor Dr. Naveen Seth, Vice Chancellor of Gujarat Technological University, is also joining us. Welcome, all of you, to Sansad Television. I'll begin with you, Professor Kumar, and let's first start by understanding, two aspects. One, what does the new, framework entail? I pointed out some key aspects, but what's the rationale? What's the motive behind bringing it in? That's one. And two, how would it function in terms of students' interests, or what can they look forward to?
Yes. On this Monday, we announced the curriculum and credit framework for undergraduate programs as part of the implementation of NEP 2020. And this framework is based on a lot of consultations with the stakeholders and experts, and all the feedback has been included in this curriculum and credit framework. Now, this framework is for both the existing 3-year undergraduate programs and also the new 4-year undergraduate program that we are proposing to be introduced in all the higher educational institutions. Other than the professional programs such as engineering, we do not have the 4-year undergraduate program in other disciplines such as sciences, social sciences, and other areas. And that is why the announcement of the curriculum and credit framework for undergraduate programs, which includes the 4-year undergraduate program, has led to a lot of interest among the stakeholders across the country, and a lot of discussions are taking place. And it's good that today we are discussing about why we have introduced this curriculum and credit framework. One of the main objectives of introducing the 4-year undergraduate program is to give the students an opportunity to pursue a given discipline at a deeper level so that they can major in that discipline. But it also gives the students an opportunity, if they wish, they can also do a double major in the chosen areas. At the same time, they will have the opportunity to do subjects which are multidisciplinary in nature, such as skill courses or social sciences. If the student is in sciences, they can do social sciences or languages and so on. Now, this freedom is provided in this 4-year undergraduate program, and the 3-year undergraduate program is also part of the 4-year undergraduate program. Now, how does that happen? We have defined the credit framework for this 3-year and 4-year undergraduate program. A student who wishes to do 3-year undergraduate program, the student is required to complete 120 credits in 3 years. So 40 credits every year, 20 credits each semester. But if the student wishes to continue into fourth year, then the student has to complete an additional 40 credits, totaling 160 credits for the 4-year undergraduate program.
Okay.
Now, the flexibility that the students have is, if they wish, they can exit at the end of third year and get a 3-year undergraduate program, or they can continue after fourth year and get the 4-year undergraduate program, and we are calling it honors. Let me also clarify here, because in some universities, they run 3-year honors program.
Yes,
Whereas
indeed.
in the curriculum and credit framework, we are saying that a 4-year undergraduate program can be called an honors program. Now, if a university wishes to give at the end of 3 years an honors degree, it is completely up to the university. But however, if the students complete all the 4 years, they will surely get a 4-year undergraduate program, which we call as either honors or honors with research.
So, Professor Kumar, just one clarification here, since you mentioned the honors part. So, for our viewers to understand it better, the 3-year honors degree course it will still continue, and it will be up to the university whether they want to, give these degrees of honors after 3 years, completion of 3 years, or under the new CCFPU. After 4 years, if they complete 4 years, the students, they'll get honors degree. So both the options are available there.
Absolutely. Except a couple of universities in our country, all the undergraduate programs, they are either BA, BSc, BCom. But in few universities such as JNU, DU, and maybe another couple of universities, they do give BSc honors, BA honors, BCom honors. Our view is that if the university wishes to continue with those 3-year honors program as part of the new curriculum and credit framework, that is perfectly fine. But however, the 4-year students will surely get the honors degree.
Okay. I'll come back to you on various other aspects, but we have Professor Gupta and Professor Seth as well with us. Let's seek their views also. They're leading two wonderful institutions out there. Professor Gupta, I'll start with you. Your views in terms of this new framework, and how would you implement this in your university? How easy or how difficult it might be?
Well, I must say that it is indeed a very welcome sign. And as the UGC chairman has just elaborated, there are various options for the student. Right now, what happened was that a student, say for example, is a science student, was restricted only to science subjects, and they couldn't take a commerce subject or art subject, even if they had an interest. But now, due to this flexibility in the program, we have tailor-made courses for our students, and these students can opt for anything of their choice. So I think it offers a very wide spectrum of courses, and not only courses, because in this NEP 2020, we are also talking about multidisciplinary education. We are talking about holistic education. And above all, our graduates, they should be skill-oriented. So this program also instills this skill-based education in our students. And then we find that many of our students, they do not want to pursue their studies. They do not have 4 years. So they have this multiple entry and multiple exit. This program is a really welcome sign, because a student, if he wants to study for 1 year, he will get a certificate course. He has to complete only 40 credits. If he wants to go in for the next year, then he will have additional 20 more credits, and he'll be completing the 80 credits, and so on. I mean, for 120 credits, he'll be completing the third year. That is what we call as the BSc or BA undergraduate degree. And then the final year, the biggest attraction which I feel is for those students who are research oriented. Till now, they had a very long, I mean, they are doing their graduation and they did not have any training for research. But now with this new concept in honors course, the fourth year is devoted to research. So these students who are excelling up to third year, they get more than 75%. Only these students will be qualified to go in for the honors course. And these courses, students who are already excelling and they are going in for research for the fourth year, there is a direct entry for these students into research. So where on one hand we are trying to promote research in our country, I think this would be indeed a very welcome sign for them, where for these research-minded students. And for the skill-oriented students who do not have that much of caliber, they do not want to go ahead. If they have some skill, they can start their own work right in the middle, maybe after 1 year, maybe after 2 years, maybe after 3 years.
Okay.
So I think this is a very flexible program, and that is the biggest quality which I think in this program.
Okay, flexibility is the key aspect out there, as Professor Kumar was also pointing out. Let me bring in Professor Seth here. Professor Seth, how do you view these changes? Because we're talking about undergraduate courses here. The foundation of the higher education begins from here. And the choices which the students opt for at this particular level are mostly, in most of the cases, are the choices they continue with through their rest of the higher studies, career graph.
Yeah. So very first, I congratulate the UGC for implementation of the National Education Policy 2020, number of initiatives taken by the UGC and the ICT and circulars and regulatory framework. So many changes were done. So it is in accordance with this implementation of NEP 2020. This draft is there for the 4-year degree honors course. So at present, in engineering and other professional courses, we have the 4-year course. But for the BA, BSc and other courses, only 3 years course. And after graduation, means after 3 years, he is graduated, but there is no vision for the research and other thing. Here there is a provision, as per the Madam Gupta said, that there is a provision for the research specialization, particularly in the 4th year. So the students, as per the globally also, in most of the high-ranked university, they have the 4 years graduation program. So as per the global standard, it is a very good initiative by the UGC, and definitely the students has the option also, flexibility is there. So there is no hindrance to the existing structure also there. And here also the existing students, they have also choice to have to pursue and extend their course into the 4-year course.
Okay.
So it's a very good initiative by the UGC.
Okay.
Draft regulation for the 4-year degree courses.
Okay. Professor Kumar, I'll bring you back in here. We spoke about few aspects, multidisciplinary approach, and also your clarification on the honors course out there must have resolved some of the doubts which were there in the minds of students and parents as well. Another issue which we want to understand here is that this framework also talks about a multiple entry and exit options. So how does that work, and why has that been brought in?
You see, at the end of first year, for some financial or other personal reasons, if a student wants to drop out, in the current system, there is no way the student can come back and pursue their program, and we are just leaving the student in lurch. Whereas in the present system, we are giving the opportunity to the student to come back and pursue their program so that they get the required skill set and knowledge set to be employable. And this is the reason why we have introduced the multiple entry and multiple exit scheme. The student can exit at any stage, either at first year level, second year level, and at the 3rd year level. If the student exits in the 4-year program, they will anyway get the regular 3-year degree program. So this flexibility is required, especially when students want to pursue something else. Let's say I have studied my BSc program for 2 years, but for 1 year, I want to work in some industry and come back and pursue my rest of the studies. And this program provides such kind of flexibility to the students so that they get multidisciplinary experiential learning.
Okay. So in a nutshell, if I summarize it, Professor Kumar, it would be that if as a student I exit after the first year, I would still get undergraduate certificate. After the second year, I would get an undergraduate diploma. After the third year, I would get an undergraduate degree as well. But if I continue up till the fourth year, then I will get either an honors degree or an honors plus research degree. And if I have exited from first, second or third year, then I can come back and finish my degree in how much time? What's the stipulated duration out there?
Well, within 3 years, the student has to come back. And within 7 years, the student has to complete the 4 years degree program.
Okay, fair enough. Now let's come to what is required to go ahead and implement this. I'll like to understand from you only, Professor Kumar, what kind of UGC expects, what kind of more push in terms of infrastructure or augmentation of teaching resources at the university level by various universities or higher education institutions to ensure that this framework is implemented successfully?
You see, most of the universities which already have postgraduate programs and research programs such as PhD, they are well positioned to start the 4-year undergraduate program because they already have the teaching faculty and they already have the research resources and infrastructure in their respective institutions. But however, we expect that the 4-year undergraduate program will be rolled out by many institutions from 2023 academic session because many universities are ready to implement this and they were just waiting for this framework to be out from UGC. And now that we have issued it, there is enough time for the universities to brainstorm within their own academic community in the university, get this adopted in the statutory bodies such as Academic Council and the Executive Council, and then implement this. Now you see, if you are already running a 3-year undergraduate program, the first 3 years are going to be more or less same as the undergraduate program, of course, with the more flexibility that we have introduced in the program. So therefore, only when these students reach the 4th year, that is when you require teachers who are well-versed in research to handle these students who are in the 4th year. But one more thing I would like to add, this curriculum and credit framework is applicable even to the students who are already enrolled in the undergraduate programs. For example, if a university adopts this, and if I'm a second-year BA student, I can continue to 3rd year and 4th year and come out with the 4-year degree at the end of the 4th year.
Okay,
so
and in that case, Professor Kumar, can I also take in additional subjects? Interdisciplinary approach from 3rd year onwards?
Absolutely. Those who are already in 1st year now, 2nd year, and even 3rd year, they will have the freedom to continue up to 4th year once the university adopts in their statutory bodies the framework that we have announced.
Okay. Professor Gupta, you heard Professor Kumar out there. Universities like yours have been waiting for this kind of framework to be finalized. Now, the question is how prepared you are. That's one. What are the likely challenges, if any, in the first say perhaps, if few semesters or first few years to ensure smooth implementation? And also, what's the feedback from the students, from the student community? How have they been looking forward to it? Because as a Vice Chancellor of the university, you would definitely be getting a lot of queries, a lot of students and their parents trying to understand what's on the card.
Yes, I think they are very relevant questions regarding our preparedness. We have already prepared for this curricula and we have got it approved from our Board of Studies, from our Academic Council, and I already discussed with the Chairman UGC that we are going to implement it from 23-24. So this is our preparedness, but of course this framework which has been provided by UGC, it is definitely going to help us. We also discussed about the challenges because whenever we are switching over to a new system, we will definitely have some challenges. And I think the foremost challenges which the chairman has already hinted is that on the in the 4th year, definitely when our students come, we will be having an additional requirement for the teachers. Of course, we have teachers for our master's program and for our PhD, but here the student ratio is going to differ. Because in undergraduate final year, we have more number of students as compared to our PG classes. So definitely it is going to be an additional workload. And this we have already discussed with the chairman in our last meeting when we met at Delhi. And the chairman has been kind enough he said that you send us your requirements for additional teachers and we shall take care of. So
Okay.
we are under the process. I think within this week, I'll be forwarding this. And I think the other universities are also going to do that.
Okay.
So these would be, I think, the teething problems. That is how we can overcome them. But once it becomes stabilized and we come into the system, I think they will gradually they will smoothen out.
Okay. And
And
what's
the
the
third
response? The
question-
response of the student community?
Yeah. I'm just coming to that. The response of the student community, the students are very happy because they think that they have very many advantages. One is that if they don't want to pursue for 3 years, they can even quit at year one, because many of our universities, central universities, or they may be state universities, they are linked with many of the colleges and institutions which are in the rural areas. And their parents definitely want that they should go in for higher studies.
Mhm.
But at one stage of time, they're unable to afford. And their interest is that our students, they should become skill oriented. And this new program of NEP, they every year is complete in it. That's the beauty of this course.
Okay.
That in first year, you will definitely, when you're going out with a certificate even, you are able to do something and you have something in your hand. And in the second year, you have a diploma in your hand and so on. So the students, I think, and the second big attraction for the students is that they have a choice.
Mhm.
Earlier, if they're taking science subjects, so they're only studying science subjects. So now, due to this mode of flexibility in their curricula, I think that the students, I have not received any type of complaint from any student. In
Okay.
fact, they are
Okay.
waiting for this system to be implemented.
Okay.
Their only question is that, madam, from when are we going to start this course?
Okay.
So
That's
I think our students are very anxious to get this course implemented. And we in the university, it may be the faculty members. The faculty members are a little bit under stress because they think that they will have to work more. And
Okay.
even as we were hurriedly, I asked them to finish all these formalities within 2 months. And I'm very grateful to our faculty. They worked very hard and we got all our curricula revamped on this pattern.
okay.
And now, since we have this credit system, we were already implementing the CBCS system.
Okay.
So it's not very difficult for us.
Okay.
So I think there will be no difficulty in implementing this, and it will be a welcome sign for all our students as
Okay,
well.
that's very heartening to know. Professor Seth, before we bring this to an end, our final question to you in terms of how do you view the kind of challenges, as Professor Gupta was pointing out, some in terms of we can call them teething problems, because of course you're making a shift from one system to the other, and it deals with the basic foundation of the higher education for a student. It is really important for somebody who has passed the class 12th exams and moving on to the higher education, moves to the college, makes right choices to stick to them for next few years.
So this NEP 2020 implementation, whole community is very happy. Students community, particularly parents, they are also happy. And this new, all are waiting for this different reforms suggested in the NEP 2020. So definitely it will change the whole system.
Okay.
There will be, yeah.
Okay. Professor Kumar, final concluding words from you, few sentences to both the students community as well as the teachers, the faculty, because both pillars will have to work hand in hand with each other for successful implementation of this new framework.
I'm very confident that our higher educational institutions are highly matured, and the teachers will rise to the occasion and implement this 4-year undergraduate program. And let me also tell you that if our country has to be a leader in science, technology, innovation, we need to encourage our younger people to get into research and innovation.
Okay.
And this new scheme provides that great opportunity for our younger people to excel and contribute to the growth of our country.
Okay. There it is. Thank you so much, Professor Jagdish Kumar, Professor Gupta, and Professor Seth as well for sharing your views and insight with us and our viewers. So there it is, all about the new framework which has been put in public domain, or rather released by the University Grants Commission, that is the UGC, vis-a-vis the undergraduate courses lot of possibilities out there, a lot of changes which have been made, and the aim, as the UGC chairman was pointing out, is to make it more student friendly, give the students more choice in terms of the kind of subjects which they can study and the kind of career they can choose after studying those subjects. We'll keep a close watch on all the developments here and keep on bringing you other relevant topics as well. Till then, keep watching Sansad Television.